Well, hello everybody, BugEater64 here, and today we're going to be flying in DCS. We're going to be flying the OH-6A, and we're going to be trying to do a little routine patrol, reconnaissance, and maybe even down flight crew pickup. Now, this is, for me, a relatively short flight. We'll just have to see how things go. I'm having some problems with my rudder pedals, or in a helicopter we call them anti-torque pedals. I have a very old set of Thrustmaster rudder pedals, and just the other day I was doing a flight and I heard a loud snap. So I've changed some of the curves in DCS. This is kind of a test flight just to see if those curves work. The OH-6 is one of my favorite helicopters. A new version has come out, the Little Bird, but today I'm flying the original free mod OH-6A, and it's always been a little twitchy, but it flies really good. It's so much fun. Anyway, we're going to see how the new curves work. We're going to also see how my if my rudder pedals still function properly, which I don't think they do, but new ones are ordered. And we'll see when they get here. We'll be able to fine-tune things a little better. I went ahead and purchased the Moza new rudder pedal system, and it'll go real good with my Moza throttle quadrant and the attached Moza equipment I have. So I use a Thrustmaster, a very old Thrustmaster Warthog stick with a, I think it's a 6 or 10 centimeter extension on it. So it's still working great with it, but the only thing I've had to do is I changed the springs a little bit. But other than that, everything is going really well, and we're going to see how they go in this flight. Hopefully the rudder pedals won't kill me, which they have tried to do a couple times. It was just, I'm not sure what happened to them, but there was a big snapping sound, and everything went to hell from there. Anyway, let's get inside. Let's get into the jungle and see what happens. Catch you inside. Okay, so let's see if this works.
Prepare red smoke. Prepare red smoke.
Okay.
Rearming complete.
Row. Status. Okay, so that's on. Idle. set there. Okay. Let's get the RPMs up. So that's all set. Alright, let's go ahead and lift. And we'll see how these torque pedals work with the new curves. Let's give it a shot. Okay, she's moving. See if these new curves work. Not too shabby. Maybe a little bit. Yeah. Get up. Still working on them, I think. But we're getting better. Kind of seem to help, but the pedals right now have a hard time to accept subtle input. Here, actually along the coast, and see what we can see. Sight. There's a version of this mod that you can just put a grease mark on the windscreen and get rid of that sight. But to be honest, I don't know how to load it. Or, make it so I can use the grease mark and not use this sight. So, if anybody knows, let me know. I'd be happy. Right now she's flying okay. Okay, so at least we'll be available if anybody needs CSAR. Let's see if they call for it. Closer nap of the earth type climb. I like that better. Cockpit. Okay, so we got bad guys off in the distance. Since I'm only player, I just use the red and blue indicators to find out where friendlies are. It helps a lot, especially when I've got this much cloud cover, early morning fog. Just want to test out some new curves I put on this. See if we can do an airman, a down air crew pickup. Okay, these towers are really helpful when you're flying around. Helps identify where a friendly base is, the FARP. This is, I believe, the Northern Jungle FARP. Or FARP. We're going to go down here and land in the inlet. It'll be the first test to see if the anti-torque pedals are working. Slow down, that's when they start to give me issue. So let's see if it's very hard presently to put in gradual use of the pedals. So whatever seems to have broken, it catches and then pops. So it makes it a little bit difficult. So we'll give her a shot, see if we can get it down safely. Whoa, 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 whoa. Settle down. Settle down. Don't overcorrect. Yep, it bounced. Okay. It's bounced. Regroup, try it again. Brave man. Turn his back on me. Let's get on the pad. Okay. Now. Wasn't pretty, but we're safe. Okay, this is so much easier in VR. And plus I'm not even using Toby head tracker or anything. So we'll just see how this goes. Strictly 2D. Everything's looking okay. Yeah, the only thing I'm using is my voice attacks. Outside. Just waiting to hear if we get downed airmen. Take off and go ahead and patrol. Alright, so let's do that. And we'll go check out the southern mashing. And we'll go ahead and head south. Let's wait to get a call. fog will burn off the longer the day goes on, so that's always good. The hard part is staying alive long enough for the fog to burn off so you can actually have a nice sunlit day in the jungle. It's slowly going to come up. Still very early in the morning. Come down here and see what's going on with the mash unit. Get our butt shut off. Oh, that sun shines off that fog. Yeah, it gets so bright you can't hardly see anything. Yeah, this is where I believe this southern mash unit is. Outside. We'll head towards the mountain range out here. Cockpit. See what we can see. Keep it low down here. We can usually hide from enemy gunners. Okay. So the guns work. Watch really good videos from Into the Jungle and the update Return to the Jungle. Check out Devil 505's channel. He does some outstanding, really fine flights, especially the little bird. Yeah, the OH-6, and really does some great work. I think you'll enjoy it. I'll put a link in the bottom below. I'll have the link in the footnotes. It'll be well worth it. If you like this kind of thing, it'll be well worth that view. There it is. There goes the jet. Yeah. Okay, so we should be able to pick them up. Normally these guys parachute down and they're very close to bad guys. They should.
I hear you.
There they are.
I hear you. Lander hooked by the smoke.
This is going to be a hard pickup. Okay, we're going to land. And okay, we're going to try. Yep. This is where the rudder pedals are going to make me work for this because we're good at this. Yeah. They're going to give me problems. We'll give it our best shot. Okay, well, we got to land safely. Now, let's see if we can pick the guy up and get out of here. Let's see if he can come to me. Maybe didn't get close enough. Oh, here he comes. Yeah, if we tried to hover above him, even if we could hold the hover, we'd probably get shot up. Okay, let's see if we can get out of here without getting our tail shot off. getting our butt shot off. When I'm wearing VR headset, it's so much easier because I've got good depth of field. Even with Toby, I can at least move my head and look around. Yeah, doing this in 2D only is a complete different game. That way I can kind of move between these hills and avoid hostiles. Well, so far, rudder pedals haven't tried to kill me. So that's a plus. The biggest test is yet to come. Trying to land at the mash unit. Okay, we're going to speed down here at the coast, and then we'll turn a little bit south of the mash unit, I think. So we're going to turn and head north. Outside. Cockpit. Alright, so I think it's right up here. That's the tower. Here's the ship. Turn right. We're not going to be landing there. They're going to be coming up here to the mash unit. towers are a way to find out where you're at. Yeah, here it is. Okay. Slow down and see if we can put this on the pad. This is going to be really difficult right now. Okay. All you gotta do is touch down and they give you credit for it. Golly Moses. Thank you. Well, that was sucky. But at least we dropped off our patient. Rudder pedals strike again. That's awful. Okay, well, there you have it, and it was pretty easy to tell that I was what happens when the anti-torque isn't working properly, especially when you get in close for a landing and so on. It gets pretty squirrely quick. But the new curves seem to be helping, and I'm sure once the new rudder pedals arrive, we can get things back to where they should be. But with that being said, we did get to pick up our F4 pilots and get them to safety and into the MASH unit, and so Into the Jungle has been just one of my favorite mods. There is a dedicated group of fine people, Devil 505 and 8 Ball, and just a fine group of people that made this free mod, and it was just great. They're in the process of making a new one, Return to the Jungle, which is going to be just absolutely a great improvement, addition to going to have aircraft like the F-104 Starfighter will be available to fly in that one. Just really a great lot of fun, and so enjoyable to fly both as a multiplayer and as a single player. I do most of my flights as a single player, but you know, and also in VR, just great fun. So with that, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any comments or things you'd like to say, please feel free. Click the like button, subscribe if you wish, and also put any comments down below on what you'd like to see me do to maybe improve my videos. I always take constructive criticism, and I read each and every comment left by you fine people. I hope you had fun watching this. I had a great deal of fun bringing it to you, even with the frustration of my, like me, tired old Thrustmaster pedals, but hey, we're still kicking. So until next time, this is Bug Eater 64, and as always, remember, do as I say, not as I do, and also safe flying.